I won't be long. Just a few thoughts, a few reflections. Um, just I've been thinking about the kind of leadership Ibrahim Traore has demonstrated in Burkina Faso, and more and more I am convinced that really in Africa that is really what it's going to take. I was looking at the tomato processing factory that I believe he has completed by now or is towards completion, so that tomatoes are processed within the country by the people of Burkina Faso, by African people, getting the skills, getting the resources they need. And then I look at South Africa, and our leaders keep telling us about democracy, democracy, all of that. Yeah. Meanwhile, in Burkina Faso, people are processing tomatoes. Hey, how many of African people in South Africa are processing tomatoes or any agricultural produce? How many people are involved in value chains towards finished products? Tell me, my fellow South Africans, we the best in Africa. How many of you are involved in higher up in terms of the value chains? How many of you sit where you can tell me this is how this product that I'm consuming is produced? These are the different stages it has to go through for us to have it now in this bottle, packaged nicely. How many of us in South Africa, black South Africans, have any knowledge of that level? So yeah, when I listen to South African politicians talk, I'm like, there's nothing here. And, my conclusion is it's going to take strong leadership. See, Traore, because his approach is to take full control of his country, you're not going to steal in his government. And because he's so, like they have shown, they can't corrupt him. So now he can clearly say that in this government, nobody's going to steal. I better not catch you with your hand in the cookie jar. In South Africa, somebody steals, they get deployed elsewhere. They get shifted, shift change, No, let's move you from here. I think you've stolen enough. Maybe you can go steal on the other side. Do you see? Democracy for you in action. So I find myself asking myself, would I rather have this democracy, or would I rather have a benevolent dictator making sure that we develop industries where our people live, where our people can get skills, agro-processing, manufacturing, and so on? I ask myself, and I think as African youth, we need to reflect on these things. What do we really want? Would we rather have true development for our people, or this every 5 years, elect so and so every 5 years? You gotta think about this, man. I am still saying all over the African continent, these useless leaders got to go. Get us more Ibrahim Traores leading. Let's take out all of these old madalas. They're tired. Nothing new, no fresh ideas are going to come. We need to get rid of all of them as the youth. And we need to decide the kind of leaders we want. And then we need to assess who fits that. And, that will be that. But yeah, this thing we have now, not going to do it. In Burkina Faso, they are talking about settling their debts. They're talking about processing, agro-processing. You know what I mean? They're talking about real development. Here in South Africa, billions keep coming in. And then for those billions, you have one of the most unequal, if not the most unequal society in the world. You have 40% youth unemployment. And a lot of graduates, by the way, are unemployed and are still going to be unemployed. So the more graduates we're producing, there's a significant portion of those ones who are not going to be employed. And then they're going to end up on the street. So I don't know, man. In South Africa, we really need to think about this thing. Like, what needs to happen? Because I listen to the politicians. None of them have any real plan for what they're going to do, to solve the real issues of the people. None of them. I don't see any of them who have real solid, clear plans. How long has the ANC been talking about we have an industrialization policy? Where the damn industry's at? Where the damn industry's at? Why don't the youth have agro-processing skills, manufacturing skills? Why don't the youth own manufacturing plants? Where is it? It's just on paper, but in reality, it's nowhere. So yeah. By the way, shout out to my brother King. King said so. He has brought forward the vision to build PASETA, the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. I am actively involved in that process. I'm supporting it. And I'm willing to let this young man lead me. He's my leader because he's got a vision, he's got a plan to do something. So I like those kind of people. Those are the people I lean towards. So yeah, do support that vision. Go on King Said So. I'm going to put up the details also for how you can get involved in supporting that school. It's a big vision for such a young man, but what else do we do? Because ain't no solution coming from nowhere else. So on the 2nd of May, we're going to be having our gala dinner to raise funds, to raise awareness around the building of the school. Come through and support. I'll be putting up the details here on my channel. But African youth, if you're sitting there thinking, who must I vote for to solve my problems? You clearly have not understood what's going on. There is no one who you're going to vote for who wants all your problems. The only solution that exists is you for everything. One love, African family. One love. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep supporting PASETA, the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology, and Agriculture. One love.